Hey, what's up everyone, since I'm gaming here, happy new year to you all. I am literally recording this at the middle of the night, like right now. It just passed, the 31st December is gone. Now we are at 1/1/26 right now, like it's 12:05 right now. It's 12:05 and I'm recording this. I actually made the build already, but I think I want to add this particular intro and just, make the editing basically, which the build that is coming tomorrow in technically today in a way in a few hours. So yeah, now the build that I have, like I thought about many builds, but I thought that it would be the perfect build to do today, which is obviously the 1st of January 2026, is to give you a proper healer build, like a medic, Now I'm not talking about those Battlefield 6 medics where they're just fighting out the other players and letting their own team member just crawl on the ground, just calling for medic, not that. This is like a total proper medic. Now, I basically have 3 things to follow. 1 is to heal your team members. 2nd is to heal your team members. And the 3rd is your personal damage. What, you thought I'm going to say heal your team members on the 3rd one? No, I'm not using Fusion Initiative. Otherwise, I would have said that. We do have some damage to do. I mean, look at this team chart over here after the finishing the missions. Like, I have so much revives going on and also got some kills at the same time. Like, you see, when I use Fusion Initiative, I kind of feel a little useless when it comes to personal damage. At the end of the day, I kind of want to do some damage by myself, or at least my skills. So that's what I'm about to show you, so get ready for it. I'm not going to take much of your time. It's New Year, okay? You got places to be, I know. You're not like me, right? So let me show you the build. Now, as for the weapons, well, I do have the Capacitor over here because it is a very simple and easy weapon to use, and it's more likely the set and forget weapon of this build. Also, it will deal a really high amount of damage, depends on how much skill tier you have, and since we have 6 skill tier, we'll obviously have the max damage from this weapon. And also, when you shoot your enemy, you build up the stacks up to 40, and you'll get, skill damage from this. So your turret or any skill you're using will do more damage. So overall, it is really, really good for your personal damage. Now, if you want to help your group in some other ways, you can use something like the blue screen. It's going to be a really good utility kind of weapon for your entire group. And since you also have skills that you're deploying, you can easily trigger these the talents fairly simple, very easily as well. There's another weapon you can use, which is the new weapon from this season, which is Bittersweet. The rifle, you can use that, but it's more like an advanced kind of weapon. Like the option basically is because the talent, you need to first of all hit headshots. Okay, you hit 8 headshots, you build up stacks, and then after you build up 8 headshots, you can just shoot an ally, anyone that requires a heal or don't require a heal, doesn't matter. Give them crazy amount of armor, and on top of that, you'll give them bonus armor. So it is really good for that. And here's the thing: once you trigger the talent with max stacks on them, like 8 stacks, now you can do body shots on enemy, and that will count as headshots, and that will going to rebuild the stacks again. And then you can keep on going with a loop like that. That's what I said. It is more like an advanced option because when you trigger the talent perfectly, you can create that loop where you're only doing body shots and not headshots at all, which is pretty nice. But again, a lot of condition needs to be met and a lot of boxes needs to be checked for this talent to work properly. You can also use Dr. Home, but to be honest, if you're a new player or you just want a weapon to set and forget, just use the Capacitor. It'll do the job really well. Now, as for the build, I already told you this build is very simple and easy to make. Even new players can easily make this build, but I do want to address the elephant in the room, which is the exotic backpack, because it is an exotic piece, right? So the Birdie's quick fix is the exotic backpack, if you haven't guessed it already. This is what allowing us to revive our teammates very quickly, and it doesn't do just that. There's more thing it does actually, which is really nice. So first of all, you get the talent combat medic. Your revive speed is increased by 80%. Like, you're going to be rezzing people instantly. Before they can even finish the animation of going down, you will res them. That's how fast it is. I was racing the companions to revive a player. Like, I was winning that too, which is crazy. I was winning against hives. So that's how fast this is. And even if someone go dead, like dead, you can still res them instantly, like very, very quickly. It is super fast and it's super satisfying to actually see that happen. Now, you also get minus 50% a weekend debuff timer. Now, what that is? Well, when you go down, you see this, there's like a heartbeat kind of a thing, like a broken heart or something, like an icon which shows up and stays there for a very long time, right? And if you get shot, you don't go down at that time. You completely die. So that's your debuff timer. So this gets reduced by 50%, which is really nice. Now, also, you get 45% of hive efficiency, which works for every hive, and I'm using the artificial like I said, so it's just nice. And you also get 50% of damage resistance. Not you only, your team member that you just revived will also get 50% of damage resistance for 5 seconds. If you use a hive, the reviver hive that is. And that's the reason why I'm doing manual revives, because with manual revives, the timer gets doubled to 10 seconds. So for 10 seconds, both you and your team members will get 50% of damage resistance. And I chose to do the manual revive for that reason. And I have the quick step pistol, so I run really fast with the pistol in hand. When somebody goes down, I swap to the pistol, I run fast to them and res them instantly. Even if I'm getting shot, it doesn't matter because of how fast and instant the res is. I just go and instantly res them. And why I do that, why I chase to res people, this is why. After a successful revive, it gives you 1 skill tier for 5 seconds. However, if you have 6 skill tier, which I already do on the build, you will get overcharge for 15 seconds. And here's a fun thing, there is no cooldown to it. You can get overcharge after overcharge. So that's basically the reason why I do that. I mean, yeah, overcharge turret, overcharge hive, you know, the purple hive that I'm using, it will give us even more damage, and also going to heal our team member shields if they're using the shields, and also some other skills like the decoy, for example, like a 0 skill tier decoy getting healed by the hive like crazy when enemies are shooting at that, like it's that good. So it does a lot of stuff, okay? So that's the reason why I'm choosing it and using it. Now, you can definitely ask me this question and say that, wait, so we're relying on other players to go down, right? Then only it works. Otherwise, it's useless. Well, you see, if you play this game long enough, you know how often that happens. So you're not really relying on players to go down. You know they're going to go down. And here's one more thing about us humans. Once we know that there's someone taking care of us, like healing us and rezzing us and basically babysitting us, we will go even more reckless. I've seen players switch their builds to all red strikers and other stuff. Like we have 2 other good builds now, you know, tipping scales and also the concentrated company. People switching to those builds and basically destroying every content because they know there's someone out there healing them and rezzing them at the same time. So try that in a group, especially with randoms and stuff, and you'll see that it's happening, and you will get the rezzes, especially on legendary contents when people get crazy. Now, what happens when you go down? Now, let me quickly show you all the other pieces here. Obviously, I talked about the backpack there. So I'm using refactor gear set, obviously, because that's why we're getting the heals, right? We are getting the heals. Our team members getting the heals. They get more heals than us, which is nice. So we get status effects, skill damage, and also we get that 4-piece talent where all the magic healing happens, basically. So you heal your allies. When you're skill doing damage, you heal them. Simple as that. We all know this. This is currently the go-to skill build for basically everyone, and it just does the job. Now, you could use Fusion Initiative and be the actual healer and give them even more damage buff, but I feel like with this I can at least do some damage, right, and heal them at the same time. That's the reason why I chose this. Like, I don't want to sit there and use my launcher, like chem launcher, and heal them or hive or you know, whatnot. Like, I don't want to do that, so I'm just using this. If you want to use Fusion Initiative, be my guest, but I chose the refactor because I want to do some damage, okay? That's the reason why. And I'm gonna choose skill damage and skill haste. For the holster, I have skill damage here as well. For the knee pads, I actually have armor. The reason why I have armor because I'm using technician specialization. Otherwise, I will be basically wasting a skill tier, right? So armor and skill damage here. And for the gloves, I have, you know, skill damage here as well, with skill tier, obviously. Now, for the chest piece, you can choose whatever chest piece you want. I went with the Wyvern wear because it gives us, again, skill damage. Again, I'm being a little selfish here, kind of focusing on my personal damage a bit more because I feel like I'm doing a lot for the team, you know, healing them, reviving them. So I just went with this and giving them damage resistance. Don't forget about that. So I chose the skill damage so I can, you know, get more damage, basically. And for the chest piece talent, again, I'm providing my team members buff instead of myself more, which is I'm using the empathic resolve talent. So with this one, when you repair an ally, you give them basically 15% of skill and weapon damage, so which is nice. But for you, it's going to be only 7%, okay? Now it says 3 to 15 and 1 to 7. That's because, you know, it depends on the skill tier. Now, since we already have 6 skill tier, it'll always be 15% for them and 7% for you, which again, it's lower, I know. A lot of you will say something like Overwatch talent, but with Overwatch, you have to stay in cover. With this, you don't have to. and it always works. You don't have to babysit this talent. You know why? Because every time your turret heals the players, it gets active on them and on you. It's that simple. It's set and forget. It's very easy. Try this talent, okay? So yeah, that's basically for the build. I mean, just use the capacitors for a set and forget kind of thing. Use the talent, like I said, the empathic resolve on the chest piece, and obviously, you know, refactor set, and you just need the exotic backpack and you're good. Literally anyone can do this, especially if you're a new player and you have this setup. You can play legendary contents and you will be welcome in any group, any team, because you're not only healing them or you're rezzing them. Like, yeah, it is really solid. And this build itself does really good damage. Don't forget, you are going to stay in overcharge mode most of the time if you res a lot of players, if they play recklessly, that is. So try it out. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section and leave a like if you want, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. And hey, Happy New Year.